All right, salute to all the Patreon members. I want to thank you guys for your support. It really means a lot to me. Check out the links in the description box below for the Patreon page and the Facebook page. I appreciate it. Check out some posts, articles, videos, and experiences that brothers are sharing in the Facebook page. One guy in particular this week, he shared he's been sharing his vacation. He was originally in Japan, then he hopped over to Indonesia. He's been sharing pictures and videos of both places. So, come join the Facebook page and see what's going on over there. But anyways, normally I talk about what's going on in the news. There are things that I would like to address as well that's going viral as well. I guess viral news is news, whether it's political, entertainment, if it has something to do with movies or your local news in your community. News is news, I guess, right? So right here, you have a black couple and they're going viral because of the 13-year age difference. She's 36 and he's 23. Now, I've always promoted age gap dating because age gap dating is kind of a cheat code, in my opinion. Young women that are hollering about where the men at, where these caliber of men at, we're looking for this, that, and the third. You could probably get that by somebody from a different generation than you. Because guys of my generation and older, they were raised on what it is that you claim that you want, even though you pull up with something totally different. And the men, it's pretty much osmosis, the caliber of women that they want, right? But you're not going to find that amongst a zennial, right? You might find that with a millennial, hell, even somebody that's Generation X. There's actually a viral video online right now stemming from Thanksgiving yesterday. This woman how old was she? Like 60 something years old? I think she was in her 60s and her boyfriend is 26 and the women at the table were going off on her. And I'm going to tell you why. All right. In this situation, I know what he wants. But the thing about it is this 36-year-old is kind of using him like a son husband. Okay. I got somebody who's young, who's on the come up. A lot of black women, they like being the reason for a man's success, right? Somebody who already has it, they are jealous and envious in many cases of a man who already has it, right? Because it's like I'm not the reason for your success, so I don't get praise. All right. I kind of have to sit back in your glory while you take the front stage. And most black women don't want to do that. Most black women, they want to either stand side by side with you or they want to stand in front of you. This stems back from, remember that magazine photo shoot? What was that? I don't think it was with GQ. I don't know what magazine it was, but it was that photo shoot with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, where she was kind of like leading the charge in the relationship. Even though they was walking along the beach, she was like, the optics of it was her being a leader, holding her man's hand while he stood behind her with the baby following along, right? It's a huge role reversal now. So a lot of women, it's kind of like they want to be the successful ones and they want to bring you up to her level. So it would make sense why this 36-year-old woman is with him. And I feel sorry for him if she has kids. She got a gang of tattoos, but either way it goes, it seems like he's happy. So she's getting a son husband out of the relationship. Now, in his defense, he, as a male, as a young man, by osmosis, we want women that are fit, feminine, friendly, right? Nurturing, supportive, appreciative, affectionate, loving. You really don't get that amongst a lot of women today in America, especially amongst black women. I hate to say it. So he's probably getting what I'm listing off from her. And I know he probably is because me and her are pretty much around about the same age, right? We grew up in the same era. She might have not had a father in the household where a mother can show a daughter, hey, this is how you pick a man, this is how you treat a man. This is in reverse. This is how a man is supposed to treat a woman, love a woman, and support his woman. She might not have seen that growing up immediately in her household, but she probably had an aunt and an uncle that she saw that from. She had a grandmother and a grandfather that she grew up with that she's seen that. I know where she came from, right? I don't know her personally, right? But I know that she's seen the same things that I've seen. She comes from my era. So you know what to do with somebody that you like. And even then, as he grows up in the manhood, he's probably going to say, hey, you know what? That one chick I was messing around with when I was 23, you know, she had this, that, and the third. But, you know, there were certain things that I probably didn't see when I was 23. Now that I'm 33, the qualities that she should have had for me to prepare for marriage, right? He might not even be thinking about marriage. He's probably thinking about having sex and having kids, right? But it's like, damn, now that I got my son or my daughter, it's kind of like, you know, I didn't have the knowledge back then that I have now that I should have been, that I should have had when it came to choosing a mother or choosing a wife, choosing a partner, because I wish I would have known that now so that I could have provided, you know, a better mother figure in a two-parent household to my kids or to my child, because his mating decisions are going to be totally different within 10 years, right? At 23, you just, hey, man, I got somebody who's, you know, cooking some meals for me, rubbing my chest, sucking me up, right? Bending it over when I need it, giving me words of encouragement. And that's cool. But sometimes all that don't really make, you know, a good partner, right? Don't make a good woman around you. I don't know what her situation is. I don't know what their stomach look like. I don't know how many kids she has if she don't have any. I don't know what her real hair looks like underneath that helmet that she got on. Right? I don't even know what she looked like underneath that makeup. But they're legal. Both of them are over the age of 18. You know, you can't see now, in a way, I'm kind of glad that the shame is coming on both ends, because if this were to be reversed, women would come down on him. Now women are starting to come down on her because men, we don't care about no age gap dating. As long as y'all are over 18, right? But at the same time, we'll come down on somebody if they got a bunch of kids and you don't have any kids, and it's like, hey man, you can do better than that. But I'm gonna tell you, the women in his uh class of well, what would he be? Class of 2018, class of 2019. Them women ain't shit. You know, their mothers are millennials or Generation X or whatever. They didn't teach them shit. The girls that are around his age, they don't know shit. They don't do shit. Right? They know, they just don't want to do it. All right. This woman right here knows better, but see, she's doing it for somebody that she shouldn't be doing it for. right? Hopefully, you don't have any kids. If you don't have any kids, it is what it is, because it's always strange to look at a woman who's dealing with somebody younger than her, and that much younger than her. People are going to come down on somebody who's dealing with somebody that much younger than her. But, I grew up with somebody who, his parents, uh they were married, they were solid with each other, they raised 3 kids with each other, and they're still alive. They still together, right? And there was an 11-year age gap, and the man was the younger one. You know what I'm saying? Had 3 kids, raised them all in a household, and handyman around the house. I remember he built my partner's dad built like a guest house in the backyard of their house, right, by hand. I remember that, right? So they were a solid family. But here's the thing, in this situation right here, you hear men from 18 to 23 to 30 to 35, 40, 50, 60 say the same thing. They all say the same thing as far as what they want. A loving, affectionate, appreciative, nurturing woman who's feminine, friendly, and low body count and no tattoos. Now, he's not getting the no tattoos thing. He's probably not even getting the low body count. This chick, she looked like she might have used to been, she probably was a stripper at some point in time. All right. But I will say this, man, he's getting something that he's getting from her that he's not getting from girls his own age. That's why he chose her. The girls his own age, they stink, right? pH balance is off. They don't know how to wash themselves properly, right? They don't know how to put certain foods down and pick certain foods up so that their pH balance is is at a good balance, right? Household, they got like a sister relationship with their mother, a fearful relationship with their mother, right? This woman is providing something that he's not getting from women his own age. You're seeing a lot of that nowadays. So this couple ain't like this is an anomaly, right? Seeing people in the NBA. I talked about this a few weeks ago, how there are guys, millionaires in the NBA who are zennials dealing with millennial women. I know millennial. I'm a millennial. All right. I know those women. Regardless if they had a father in their household, they had their grandparents that they learned the game from. They had an aunt or an uncle that they learned the game from. A zennial woman ain't learned the game from shit. And they stuck in confusion, right? I don't know this brother's name, but this brother right here, his ex, she's stuck in confusion why he don't want to fuck with her no more. Like, damn, like what? He just up and didn't want to deal with me no more. Why? Because this woman right here, who's old enough to know better, no, okay, shit, I know what to do. It's a matter of me, of who I'm going to do it for. Unfortunately, she's doing it for somebody 13 years younger than her. Right? So it's a son-husband relationship. That apartment is more than likely it's hers. Right? You damn like, and he's old enough, young enough to be your son, from what I've seen growing up. So you basically got a son who better act right when you up in somebody else's home, or you can get put out. Right? You got one job and one job only. But at the same time, what he's getting, even though, what she's giving, she's not going to receive, right? She's not in a position to be able to receive what women claim they want from a man, from somebody who is established, because you got a lot of women out here that are men who act like men that are competing with the men that they're with, especially if they're older. Whether it's a unconscious or not, a subconscious thing or not, whether they know it or not, right? So you got somebody that you're over, you're head of the household, that you moved in, that you're helping, right? You're basically playing a man's role, and a man in this situation is playing the little boy role that you're supposed to be in. But at the same time, it's like, hey, I'm getting, I'm appreciated for what it is that I'm giving, whether it's what he's giving in the bedroom, right? Fun, personality, whatever he's giving to her, it's being appreciated by this woman right here. She's leaving plates, covered in aluminum foil on the counter or in the refrigerator, right? She's buying him what he wants from the grocery store. She cleaning. This woman ain't going nowhere. So if they're of age, yeah, a father would question this, but you could tell there ain't no father in the household, right? There's really no father to say anything to her. When I was at Thanksgiving yesterday and I was speaking to my mother was talking about her friend, and the friend, her parents have, her friend, like their daughter has concern for the mother has concerns for the daughter. All right. And I'm like, what's the concern? My mother told me that her friend's daughter is like, her makeup, black girl, right? Wears this real powdery makeup, looks real white. So that viral video that you've been seeing of Serena Williams, that's how she kind of explained it, right? She does her makeup in a sort of way to make her eyes look real Asian. Just does too much with the makeup. And she is with somebody who's Honduran, and they have a daughter together. And she told me the Honduran guy has only been able to get like work in the kitchen at restaurants. That's the only jobs he's been able to get. And he's been bouncing from job to job to job. And her job, she works with children. So I'm like, they don't have their own place, do they? She was like, no, she lives with their family. And their family didn't really like her, did they? She said no. Okay. So I asked, I'm like, this girl's parents, your friend, they're not Black American, are they? No. Of course, they're Caribbean. So that makes a lot of sense. Right? I'm like, where's the father? The man that she's married to now, is that her biological father? She said no. I said, that makes a lot of sense, because a real father would check that from the door. Like, I raised you better than that to be dealing with somebody who don't have no papers here, can't speak no English, and can only get dishwasher jobs at a restaurant. And y'all done had 2 kids already. I'm like, where's the father? She told me, like, yeah, the father's somewhere in this city over here. I'm like, of course. Right? So you could tell that there's outrage because there's not a father around, or her mother didn't keep the father around for him to say something about this. Right? The mother is letting all this happen, probably ain't saying nothing. Hell, the mother's probably jealous of her daughter for doing this right here. But I could tell you, this man right here, at some point in time, a kid is going to come up out of this, and he's going to leave once he gets his situation situated. But, he's getting something that he's not getting from the women of his generation. The women of his generation, see, he should be with a 19, 18-year-old, schooling her, teaching her the game, right? But maybe there wasn't a father in his household, so he's doing the best that he can, but dealing with them women, that you're dealing with a woman who's more masculine than this right here. That's 5 times more masculine than this. Any little bit of stride that he takes, a woman from his generation is angry about it. So they make a list of demands that he can't really reach, that the average man can't really reach, just so that she can have an excuse to shit on him, right? To put him down. Women, especially black women, unfortunately, it's a huge role reversal now. So I'm not necessarily mad at this. I know what he's going through, right? But I know her. She doing some things that she seen grandma and granddad, she seen grandma do, right? She seen them things that her aunt did with her uncle. It don't look like she's doing any tricks that she's seen in her immediate household, but she knows. We the last generation to see some things, whether it was in our household or some next door neighbor. We the last generation. The Zennials, see, the women, the Zennial women, they are lost and gone, right? They haven't seen nothing that I'm talking about right now. But see, the man hasn't seen nothing, but through osmosis, by nature, he knows what it is that he's supposed to be searching for. And it shows entertainment, sports, and you see it in social media now. I mean, these are 2 posts, like-minded posts that I've seen within 24 hours. A grandmother in her 60s dealing with a 26-year-old and a woman who's 36 dealing with a 23-year-old. That grandmother who's dating that 26-year-old, man, look, that young man, see, her dude probably, has some health issues, passed away, right? So the 26-year-old, she's cooking, right? She scratches his back when he chilling, watches TV. She string them sharp nails softly down his back, rubbing the back of his ears, folding his clothes, washing them. Baby, it's okay. You can put your clothes in the wash machine. Don't worry about it. Just take your shower. I'll deal with your clothes and I'll fold them up for you. That's what a older woman, that's what she's saying to him. You see, a young chick his age that might have day shit together, they invite you over to their spot. You use their washer and dryer. The first thing they telling you is, hey, who the fuck told you can use my washer and dryer? That's what they telling them. You like, damn, like they could be joking, but they think it's funny when they say that. You see, a grandma is like, no, babe. Drop your clothes right here. Hey, take what you got off right now. Drop them right now. I'll put them in the washer. I'll put them on tumble dry, right? Medium. I'll put this soap in there. Then I'll put it in the dryer. Then I'll fold it for you. And then I'll have your breakfast, lunch, or dinner ready by the time you done washing, taking a shower. There's a robe in there that should be about your size, that should fit you, right? And there's some slippers in there. When you come out, your dinner should be ready and your clothes should be in the dryer. That's what an older woman is going to do, right? That's the treatment he's getting. That's the treatment that a man who's handling business should get. But see, the women of his generation, they ain't cooking a damn thing. They ain't cleaning a damn thing. They ain't washing themselves. They ain't cleaning themselves. They don't know how to do their hair. They don't know how to brush their teeth and floss, right? The first thing the women of his generation want to do is get tattoos on their face and on the hands and shit, right? She got tattoos in areas where you can cover them up. Breath be stinking, right? Feet be looking crazy. Ass ain't wiped with baby wipes, right? Room look atrocious. Crib smell like ass. And he like, man, look here. Look here. The 36-year-old, her place smell nice, right? Her car is clean. See, a 23-year-old woman that he's dealing with, their car looks crazy as shit. And it smell like shit, shit thrown everywhere, clothes, shoes, and other junk in the back of their car in that trunk. Her car, it's clean. It's clean on the inside and the outside. It smells nice, right? She got certain type of lotions in her car, air freshener. You go inside the house, it's clean, right? Look at this place. Look at a bathroom. Like it's clean, ain't nothing on the floor. The countertop is clear. The window is clear. Do you see that? The window ain't got a bunch of cum stains on it. Ain't got a bunch of hand grease on it. It's a very clear window. She hits that window, that mirror right here, not the window, that mirror right here, she hit it with Windex. That mirror ain't got a bunch of stains on it like a 23-year-old today taking a selfie in the mirror. The door isn't broken. It ain't got a bunch of crayon and the walls ain't got marker stains on it. Right? Got a little mini trash can, baby wipe trash can right here. It looks modern. So yeah, I see why he's with her. A 23-year-old, if they got an apartment, man, this whole mirror is covered in stains. The floor got shit down there. The walls look dirty. The countertop got fucking flat irons and curls and toothbrush and toothpaste and Q-tips, all kind of shit. You know, toilet paper roll on the counter. So I see where he's coming from. I feel him, right? That man is getting what all men are supposed to be getting today, right? It's only shame I would have to say here is her, you know, because you want a son husband, right? You could get a man who's around about your age to show love to you, but you know, a lot of women, unfortunately, there's such a role reversal. They're in such competition with a man nowadays that they wouldn't appreciate a man who's older than them, you know, providing and protecting them, right? Because they can't hold rank over him. But that's neither here nor there, man. I'm about to end this right now. Salute. Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's a day after thing. Happy Black Friday, matter of fact. Hope y'all fighting and scratching people for them TVs and that toaster that y'all been wanting. All right, I'm over and I'm out. Peace.